What's up, guys? Welcome to week number 4 of the Tony Harris program. This week we switched over to 4x4s. So what you're going to see here is 4 sets of 4 with 400 pounds. This is about 80% of the 500 pound training max that I've built this training cycle off of. Everything moved pretty well for the most part, although I'm still having some issues with that left glute. I'm not having any major weight shifting or anything. I did clean that up. I don't feel like the shoulder is dipping on me, and I don't necessarily feel too uneven of a push between the two legs, but for some reason, just kind of as I got towards the end of these working sets here, you can see my left glute starts to stutter a little bit, and I just have a hard time firing it just up to the lockout, which is a really weird place for things to slow down for me. So I'm still doing some work on that. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm getting a little bit frustrated, to be honest, because I can't quite peg what's causing it, because the weight doesn't necessarily feel heavy. And this is being my, I think, 3rd or 4th set here. Like, it's moving pretty well, but you can just see, like, right after I come out of the hole and almost towards the easiest part of the lift there, I just can't get the hips through underneath me, and it almost feels like somebody's just pulling the plug. Like, I've got plenty of strength right up to right there, and then everything kind of shuts off and I kind of screech into the top of the squat. So I'm going to go to the chiropractor next week and see if I can get this all figured out. Hopefully I can, because it was a little bit of a frustrating week with that. And although I was able to get through this workout just fine, and actually even the high bar or safety bar squats on Wednesday, it still ended up coming back and causing some issues later in the week. So I don't know. I can tell that I've gotten stronger over the last few weeks with the program, but there's just these weird little points where I can feel like that glute is just gone on vacation or something. So I don't know. Hopefully I have some answers next week. But bench seems to be holding up really well. I hit 4 sets of 4 with 285. These all moved really easily, and I was able to pause the last rep of each of the sets on that as well. So next week I'm scheduled to move up to about 305. I'll probably take it to 315 on the last set or two, or maybe for all of them, just depending on how I'm feeling. But bench is cruising right along, and I'm definitely adjusted to the new grip width, and the frequency is feeling all right. So that brings us to this Wednesday workout here. The box squats switch over to a 5x5 on the safety bar, or kind of like a high bar squat. I just prefer the safety bar because it takes some pressure off of my elbows, especially since my main squat session is getting a little bit heavier. So did 5 sets of 5 with 300 pounds on these. It goes up 5% next week for the very last week of the program. Those all felt pretty well and good, but I did have a little bit of a hip shift on those, although I did not feel that glute stutter that I felt on Monday. So that went okay. Lunges after this went a little bit less than okay. Ended up falling over on the left side, so something is definitely screwed up with my hip. I gotta figure that out. But bench again, going all right. Went close grip, hit 4 sets of 4 with the same 285 from Monday. And then I hit a PR on my overhead press afterwards with 205 for a top set of 5. And then I backed down from that and hit sets at 165, 75, and 85, all 4 sets of 5. So at least my upper body is coming along pretty well. I'm going to attempt to do 225 for, I think, 5 reps next week. We'll see how that goes. It will be after the main bench work for the day, but I can definitely tell that my upper back and core have gotten a lot stronger, just in the amount of stability that I feel while doing the standing overhead press, even from earlier this year when I had worked up to 250 press. So day 3 here, I actually gave blood the day before this session, which was not a mistake, but I underestimated how much of an effect that would have on me. While the mechanics of everything look pretty good, there's still a little bit of a shift if you look closely enough. The front squats moved okay, deadlifts, however, did not. This was just a funny set here that I left in, this is my final warm-up. I was having some singlet issues and everything kept riding up, and I was having a hard time getting in position. So I ended up falling off of the blocks with this set, and just figured I'd leave that in there because everything after this set did not come off the floor. I couldn't pull 480 for even one, even though I was supposed to hit a 4x4 here. And when I dropped it back to 405, couldn't pull that. Dropped it back to 315 and barely pulled a single there. So that was pretty frustrating. I decided to shut down the deadlifts and I moved on to my incline bench, which went pretty well. I hit my last 2 sets of 6 at I believe 250 or 255, and then was gonna pull the plug, but decided to come back and hit some rack pulls with Jason, and ended up hitting a couple of pretty big PRs there, which was surprising to me since the hip issues I was having before made my deficit pulls just go like complete shit. But I ended up hitting 705 for a set of 7, and then back down to 605 for a set of 10. So I think next week, if all goes well, and ideally I'll pull the deficit first, but if all goes well next week, I would like to take a stab at maybe 725 or 750 for a triple. We'll see how that goes, and then maybe do a back down to 7 or something like that. But these have definitely come up quite a bit. My upper back strength is there, and at least in this range of motion, I'm able to get the hips to fire through. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to check out my Facebook, my YouTube, which you're on, Instagram, Snapchat if you want to see pictures of my dog. And that's about it. So check out the gym's website at www.savagegym.com, and I will talk to you later.